All right, folks, we got a Marvel Television special presentation. The Punisher, One Last Kill. The official trailer has dropped, and I am going to watch and react to it right now.
Hey, Frank. How you doing, brother?
Love the vibe of it already, man.
Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Mm.
Think God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done? I'm not sure about me. But you ain't got a fucking chance. That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
Oh man, let me rewind that. We got to go back. We got to go back. We got to go back. Wow. Okay, first off, just off first blush, that was way more emotional than I thought it would be. Yeah, I know that Frank is dealing with a lot. You can see that he has voices in his head and he's sort of seeing those things and those people that he has had interactions with, whether they be good or bad, and betrayed in his past. They are showing up in this trailer. So yeah, man, this looks really good, and it looks dark, and it looks like it's a notch darker even than Daredevil is. Like in Daredevil, I think some of the stuff in Daredevil Born Again, I should say, not the Netflix version, but in Daredevil Born Again, some of the stuff that they do in that show kind of comes off as like I for lack of a better word, cheesy, and not as authentic. This comes off as authentic. This comes off as like very gritty. Um, yeah, just dirty. Just you see Frank like sort of ripped apart mentally, and him sort of contemplating what his next move is gonna be. And the fact that it's a special presentation, we only get like an hour, so it's like an hour long episode. I feel like there's so much in this trailer, and it has to be hard to cut a trailer like this when you only have like an hour. It's like taking one episode of a show and making a trailer out of that without spoiling everything in the show. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. Let's watch this one and then stop as we get different thoughts about the
Hey,
trailer.
Frank.
Kind of looks like Wolverine a little bit right there too,
How you doing,
but
brother?
definitely not Wolverine. Yeah, definitely a very dark tone to this trailer.
Talk to me.
And seeing him sitting there, all by himself. Obviously he doesn't have anything, man. Just somebody that you really feel bad and feel sorry for, that's lost everything. Everything that matters to him, he's lost it. And he has to figure out what's going to give him meaning. And I know the name of the special presentation is called One Last Kill. So I'm wondering if after he gets whoever he's trying to get, he's able to move on and find some other driving force in his life. I'm not very familiar with the Punisher comics and what he did, sort of like what was his ongoing story outside of him going to get revenge. Does he ever finally get revenge on the people who took out his family, or is that just something that just constantly is there and constantly just keeps him going and he never sort of gets that resolution, because it kind of feels like he does. And one thing to sort of point out is that we know that this is going to air at the end of this Daredevil Born Again season 2, and then before Spider-Man Brand New Day, in which the Punisher appears in that. So it's kind of a I hope that we get a bit of a lead in to how and why he is interacting with Spider-Man the way that he is, because those two characters, if you haven't read the comics, those two characters would be kind of odd to see interacting in sort of the same sort of bubble. But knowing the comics, they did all the time. So, but in this, we haven't really seen it on the screen before. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with that. Yeah, like this trailer is violent, man. This trailer is wild, and I love that Jon Bernthal decided to write and executive produce this. I know that initially he was going to appear in the first season of Daredevil Born Again a whole lot, and he did not like the direction that the show was taking initially with his character. So he ended up filming some of it and then saying like, no, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this because I don't like the direction of it. So that was one of the catalysts that went into them going back and refilming huge chunks of the first season of Daredevil Born Again, and making that storyline a little bit more cohesive and something that was a little bit more acceptable for John and for us fans, because the original sort of plot that they had was something that he wasn't going for. I'm glad that Marvel decided to sort of expound upon that by giving him this one shot and letting him sort of take the reins. I'm guessing with a lot of it because he contributed to writing and also executive produced the special presentation.
Tell me what's going on. What's going on?
Yeah, just seeing him broke down like that, man. It's kind of tough to watch. Kind of tough to watch. And I know, like, dealing with loss, that's something that's it's tough. Like some people just say, like, why can't he move on? But when you have nothing to move on to, how can you move on?
God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done.
It looks like he sees that little girl that we just saw, and he's gonna develop some sort of affection or affinity for her and to try to protect her, since he can't protect his daughter anymore. And I wonder if this part is a dream sequence, or is he really, like on fire? I'm guessing it's just sort of some sort of dream or psychotic element or break that he may be having. I love that too. Like it's a different vibe, man. It's a different vibe, and I'm digging it. Yeah, we saw the little girl again. It looked like someone was taking her away, and that Frank may be going after to chase or to grab that girl again. I don't know if they just cut it that way or not, but he definitely is trying to keep tabs on her and take care of her.
That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
Dude, super violent, man. Super violent. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that he was not the person who was running with the little girl in their arm that looked like she's running to them now. So that was probably her father, and he is going to play some part in reuniting them together. And I love that he's back in the classic outfit, and I'm guessing this is towards the end because everything that we see previously he doesn't have this on. So I'm guessing towards the end he's gonna get remotivated to break out his real Punisher gear. All right, so there you got it, man. Punisher, one last kill. I'm excited for it. What do you guys think? Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop those comments, and just know that Watch Stuff with Us will be in the mix in 2026. If you weren't listening earlier, we are covering Daredevil Born Again, doing live stream watch parties for every episode of the show, starting on every Tuesday at 7:45 p.m. Central Time, 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time, right in time for the episode to drop on Disney Plus, and then we watch it together and react to it with you guys. So please join us for that. My name is JD, and I will see you when I see you. Peace and love.